Were you just swimming?
Yeah.
How's the water?
Well, it's a little, I don't know, kind of.
Little coolish now?
No, it's not that. It's just, it's kind of, I don't know, it's got like.
Well, it's nice and clear.
Well, it's got like lots of crap in it.
Well, you know, the algae sort of picks up later on. It seems like in the fall, right? And it seems by tourist season, it goes. It did that last summer too. There was another boat here yesterday too. I noticed it.
It's right there.
Did it float away?
Isn't that creepy?
It is kind of creepy because I noticed, I came down here to take some pictures the other day. This was here. I mean, it's full of water, but the other one didn't have any water and it's sitting right here.
Yeah.
That's sort of bizarre.
Well, I don't know. You know, when I was swimming, I felt like a pull. I don't know. It was weird.
Really?
Yeah, like a current pulling me out. I've never felt.
But usually there's no current. This is a lake.
I know. It's just so.
That's creepy. Is that a ghost boat?
Well, I think this lake is really creepy.
Well, people have drowned in this lake. You know that, eh?
Oh, many, I'm sure.
I remember it would have been about 20 years ago, and I know who it was. She was driving along here and her car malfunctioned and she went off the road into the lake there, and then they found her the next day. She drowned. She was 18 or 19.
Yeah, I heard that story. Wasn't it in like the 80s?
No, it was about 93, maybe. Yeah, it was around 93. It was about 20 years ago.
Oh my God, that's so bizarre.
Because I drove right past it when I went to work, right? And I didn't even know.
That's the year that I started coming to Salt Spring, and like I just got the most unsettling feeling in here.
So I'm sure over time, like in the history, many people have probably drowned in this lake.
Natives.
Oh yeah, natives, whatever. So that's weird that you found a pool. Do you believe in stuff like that? Because I kind of do.
I do. I live in the first home in Salt Spring owned by Black people. It's over 100 years.
On Stark Road? Is it on Stark?
Yeah, it's the old. What were the?
Oh, it'd be well over 100. It'd be well over 100 years in, eh?
Yeah, the Wallace home, and there's lots of history and kind of weird history, and I don't know.
Yeah, I believe in that stuff too.
People say the house is haunted. I really hope nothing happens.
Have you seen anything in there or not? No?
Well, not really. I mean, nothing I would like, I don't know, stake my life on.
No. Well, I believe in that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Some weird things have happened, but I have to just brush them off, right?
It's like the old stone haunted butter church in Cowichan. Have you ever been in that church?
No.
I like stuff like that. So I shoot videos and I take pictures of it, right? So it's really creepy. There's this church. It's made out of stone and they built it in 1870.
Oh yeah.
Natives. They call it the butter church because the funds to build that church came from the reverend that owned a butter factory.
Oh, yeah.
And he paid the natives through the funds of this butter factory. So they built this church in 1870 and it only ran till 1880 and then it became vacant. So it's been vacant since 1880, right? Wow. And the windows of that church are in our church on the south end. They brought them over by canoe and they're in the little stone church on our south end of the island, the Hawaiian church. And that church, it's you Google it, it's haunted. Oh, it's freaky. I've been up there a few times to shoot videos. It's creepy.
And so it's the church that's right by the water, or the one that's more inland?
This one in Cowichan Bay?
Oh no.
No. Oh yeah, no, that one I don't know if it's haunted. But the windows from that church in Cowichan are in our church, and they put them there in the 1800s, right? Well, after it became vacant. So, and Ripley's, believe it or not, did a piece on it in 1931, and it already laid vacant for 51 years at that time, right? Google it. The Butter Church, Haunted Butter Church.
Oh.
And check out my video on YouTube. It's kind of creepy. I shot it in black and white, but there's an old graveyard there. All the people that built it mysteriously died soon after, right?
Really?
Yeah, and yeah, the natives, they say, will not go in that church. But we went in that church and freaky things started to happen in our home, like right after, right? Like nothing like that's ever happened. So first of all, ice cubes started spitting out of the fridge, which never have happened. Nice fridge, right? Stove screws up, temperature, can't control the temperature on it anymore, right? Never happened before. Put a CD disc in the computer, wouldn't spit it out. Always works perfectly, right? 3 days later, shoots the thing out. Then my computer's on hibernation mode and it started making weird noises. Phone rings at the same time every night, so now we take it off the hook.
Yeah, well, when I was 6, I lived in London, Ontario, which is such a creepy town. And
Is it?
My teddy bear floated across the room and said, "Don't worry, I'll help you clean your room up."
No way.
And I just started to think in my head, I don't believe this is happening. And as soon as I said, I don't believe this is happening,
And you were a kid. You were a
I
kid.
was 6. It never moved again. I ran downstairs and told my mom, and she believes me. Right?
Oh, I believe you, totally.
And
I mean, other people would think, oh, this woman's crazy, right? But
yeah,
I believe you because
but I'm so unsettled forevermore after seeing that. I'm just like, please, I don't want to see anything like that.
I know a girl here and her house is haunted, and she says she was in the living room, looked back, and she could see the dish rag floating in the kitchen.
Oh,
so they had to get, I know her, she lives here, right? And she had to get somebody to do something to her house. They do something to get rid of the evil.
Does she live on Star?
Yeah, by Stark.
Is her name Bay?
No, but she works at Thrifty's, right? But anyway, it happened to her.
That whole road is just, I don't know.
So things have probably happened there, right?
A whole big time. I think, yeah, I mean, if you look into the old Stark history, there's a drawing of somebody dead on my living room floor.
No way.
This is the drawing.
So there's like, yeah, well, the Starks were sort of like the first black family, right? One of the first black families on Salt Spring, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't really get along with the native people.
No, they came in the 1850s actually. Around 1859, I think, they bought their way out of slavery from Missouri and California, right?
Yeah.
And the Hawaiians came about the same time.
There's some weird little hidey spots in my house, and there's one spot that's like, I don't know, you could fit a small car in it, and I don't know how to get in there. Like maybe entrance underneath the metal roof.
Really?
Maybe they had, but there's a spot in there that's just a big weird space in my house.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is there?
That's
like,
creepy, eh?
Is there like treasure in there?
Maybe, or maybe there's a bunch of skeletons.
Or yeah, some kind of weird spot. I don't know. It's just, yeah, Salt Spring Island.
I do find that stuff kind of fascinating though. Like, I'm the type of guy that goes into the graveyards at nights to shoot to see if I can see orbs. So anyway, when I'm shooting videos of the church in Cowichan Bay, there's orbs. You can see.
Yeah,
you can see the orbs. Like I have so many YouTube videos. I have about 8,000. It's the only video I ever have with orbs in it. You can see them. It's kind of creepy.
I've shot them and like I've got pictures of them in my house, and then we can't
Oh,
get them
really?
anymore. We got a whole bunch, and they're like, oh, there's something wrong with the camera.
No.
And we can't get them anymore, right?
I don't think there is something wrong with the camera. I think they're like these spirits or something.
Yeah, you should check out Ross Bay Cemetery. And
Where's that? Where's that?
It's in Victoria. It's right beside the water. It's actually apparently some graves got washed out to sea because it's so close to the water. But funny, there's a grave in there that says Mr. and Mrs. Barf.
No way.
B-A-R-F.
Really?
Somebody should post that.
Wonder if the guy's name was Ralph. Ralph.
Oh my God! It's in the beach right corner.
So it's old. It's an old cemetery.
It's an old cemetery. It's supposed to be mega haunted.
Really?
Yeah, you should check it out.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Like one of the best ones in Canada.
Oh, I like that. Thanks for the info.
Anyway, nice to meet you, man.
See you later. I've seen you around lots before. What's your name again?
Eliza.
I'm Joe, Banana Joe.
Banana Joe? Are you?
Yeah, I know who you are.
You've given me rides to chicken.
That's right, I have. See you later. Yeah, glad you had a good swim. Take care. So this is beautiful St. Mary's Lake on Salt Spring Island. So you heard our chit chat there in the background, but anyway, it is very warm here on the shoreline. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Right now, it's September 25th today. 2013, north end of Salt Spring Island.